Hello everyone, it is Caroline and it is January 12th and this is my first attempt at monthly vlogging. Look, you can see the camera right there. Let's fix that. As I just said, it's already the 12th, so we're not starting out like super strong because we're halfway through the month. Monthly vlogging is something that I've always been intrigued by. I am 1000% inspired by Gabby from Gabby Reads, but I also love the idea of monthly vlogs and just having something to like reflect back on over the course of the year. So we're gonna try it out for this year of 2022, and I mean, worst case scenario, I fail, and it like who even cares? As things stand right now, I am currently almost done with my apartment quarantine. The way things are right now in the Philippines, when you come in to the country, you have to quarantine for like 5 days in a hotel, and then once you get a negative COVID test result, you can leave and then quarantine the rest of the 14 days in your apartment. I don't know exactly what day I'm on, but I know that I'm almost done, which I'm very grateful for because I'm just going a little wild being cooped up in my apartment alone. I've been coping pretty much the way that I feel everyone copes, hold on, which is by ordering stuff online. So I have a couple of things that came today. One of these things being this Voluspa candle. It is scented in Santiago Huckleberry, but something so sad is that I can't for the life of me get this to open. Like, I can't do it. I've tried like unscrewing it, and then I've tried like popping it, and it just won't, it refuses to open. She's an independent woman until it comes to opening things on her own. It's not working. I'm trying to do that thing like they do with jars when you can't open them, like maybe the pressure is too big. I can't do it. Well, I'm just gonna use the strategy of letting it sit and hoping that it opens eventually, maybe if I sneak up on it. Another purchase that I made that came today, that got delivered today, is this very exciting thing. It's just a camera battery charger. I cannot for the life of me ever travel places and not forget something. In this case of me coming back from my parents, I left my camera battery charger in the US, so I haven't been able to film anything. Another tragedy that I am slowly discovering now that I am unpacking. Yes, I have been in my apartment for days now, and I still am going through the unpacking process. But a casualty of me being disorganized is that here's my tripod that I usually use to film with. I put my camera up here, but there's a piece that attaches right here, and I had it when I was in the hotel because I tried to film something and then discovered that I didn't have my charger and I didn't have enough battery conserved, and I know that I used this. So now I'm worried that I left it in the hotel, which it's pointless without it. So I'm just using my handy dandy book stack tripod. If you don't have one of these babies, best tripod alternative ever. It's currently the weekend, it's Saturday, and I am sitting down to do schoolwork, which normally I hate doing on the weekends, but I've really left myself no choice because I'm behind on grading and I'm behind on like report comment writing. I feel like my fatal flaw usually with these types of things is that I sit down and I think that I'm gonna get everything done at once, but just like the amount of work I have is colossal. There's no way that I can sit down and get it all done at once. So I feel like what I'm gonna do, help myself out a little bit, and I'm gonna set my timer, a timer just for like an hour. And I'm gonna see how much work I can get through in an hour. And then that will give me like a nice baseline. And so I can see, okay, if I can get this much work done in an hour, that means that I have to work for X amount of time in order to get everything that I have to do done. While I was talking through that, it just overwhelmed me, but we're gonna do it. We're here, we're ready, we're in our comfy clothes, our hair is up, we're gonna do it. Just setting the tone, candle is lit, find a fun playlist, productive playlist to accompany me. Winter instrumentals, that seems like a good one to keep me productive. Hey Siri. Can you set a timer for 1 hour, please?
1 hour, starting now.
Here we go. Yay! I'm actually pretty proud of my progress that I got accomplished with that. I managed to get graded an entire classes set of like writing that they turned in. I think now what I'm going to do though is I'm going to take a bit of a break and I'm going to do some reading. Right now I'm reading When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stead. I have it on my phone from my library on audiobook and ebook. And what I've been doing, this is so ridiculous, but I need to get my steps in during quarantine somehow. So I've actually been turning on reading sprints, a couple of different people's reading sprints, and I've just been like watching those. And while that's happening, I just either let the audiobook play or read it on my ebook, and I literally just walk this length of my apartment back and forth for however long that their timer is going. Here are my sprinting friends of choice.
No, that's even worse.
Thanks, Erin and Kayla.
No.
The most exciting thing is about to happen, which is that for the first time in like 10 days, I am going to leave my apartment and then I am going to be outside walking around in the world like freely for the first time in 2 weeks. All I'm doing is walking to school to work like remotely from there and teach online from there. But I just cannot tell you how happy I am. It makes me so excited that I can actually leave my apartment and walk around and be somewhere that is not just this, you know, these 4 or however many walls. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how excited I am to have you back in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, this chair. My kitchen chairs were getting quite uncomfortable, and like, it's just so dumb, the things that I missed. Like I finally have, or I'm going to have 2 monitors back, and I have my like little laptop stand. So just crazy, the things that really make your life so much easier when teaching online. Here's my classroom, but it kind of makes me sad because all these seats and no one to sit in them. I just saw people, like real life human people, and engaged with them, and it felt so good to have a real life conversation and not a conversation over the screen. One of the people that I saw was our fabulous librarian who put this book, Want by Cindy Pon, on hold for me. She had these book talk slides and this was on there, and she had like the first chapter linked so we could read it, and I was immediately hooked by the first chapter. It's like a dystopian sci-fi kind of thing. And not only did she put a book on hold for me, she also made this like, I don't even know, it's like a carrot cake cinnamon loaf type situation. At this point, I'm still in the middle of writing reports. I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping that I would be completely like done and over with writing all of them by today, so that way it could feel like true freedom. Like, one, I can actually go and be outside and move freely where I want to go, and then also I don't have to feel guilty because I don't have this like huge weight of writing these reports on my shoulder. Luckily today is a pretty teaching light day. I only teach 2 out of the 5 blocks today, so I have plenty of time to devote to writing these things. I just need to stop talking about it, and I need to actually do it. After every comment I write, I've been doing 5 squats to keep my movement going and to increase productivity. I couldn't tell you if it's working. Another thing I missed while working from home was this super fancy movable standing desk. I went to go get my camera because I wanted to show everyone that it was raining, and literally in the amount of time that it took me to go back into my classroom and get my camera, it's stopped raining. So pointless, but here's my view from outside my classroom. As someone who grew up somewhere where it hardly ever rained, and then moving to Dubai where it also hardly ever rains, and then coming here to Manila where it rains all the time, I am just so happy, and I am like always waiting for it to rain. Everyone else hates it. I love it. I don't know if you can tell, it's a very like gray and gloomy, you can't tell, but it's a very gray and gloomy day outside. It rained very gently for just a few minutes, but I'm hoping that it may continue to rain later on. I think that the last time that I checked in with you was a few days ago, and I was like, today's the day, I'm gonna get done with my comments, like reports are gonna be like done, dusted, and here I am a few days later with my camera battery about to die, and me still working on them. So this is me promising you that the next time I see you, I will have a charged camera battery, and also all of these comments will be done. Okay, my battery is truly on its last leg, and you can hear our virtual assembly in the background, but enjoy the rain. Hello, I just took my camera out of my purse. It was in my purse originally because I was going to brunch with a friend, and I thought, how exciting, I'll bring my camera along and vlog some of that. That way you can get like a view that's not my apartment or school. Did I remember to take it out during brunch? No. Sorry that a lot of what I'm sure this like vlog is gonna result in is just gonna be either me from my apartment or me from my school. But the reality is that that's like mostly where I go, especially, you know, right now, the state of the world. I said that I wanted to like create these vlogs so I have something to look back on and reflect. And the fact is that like in January, I, you know, am spending a lot of time in my apartment and at school. But I had a lovely brunch with my friend, and afterwards I stopped at Zara and picked a few things up that I actually was really quite pleased with. I'm gonna show you what I got quickly. I got, I've needed just like a basic white t-shirt. Every single person needs a basic white t-shirt, right? I got another neutral colored long sleeve t-shirt that's, I don't know if the texture is showing up, but it's ribbed. Long sleeves aren't really a necessity here in the Philippines. It's always warm, but there's sometimes where I just want like an outfit to feel like I live somewhere cold. So I just buy long sleeve things and then pray I don't sweat. I got a black t-shirt that's pretty much in the exact same style as that white one. And then I got this, I was thinking I could wear to school/work. It's like a nice flowy-ish thing with this necktie, which I never really know what to do with these things. And then my favorite buy of the whole thing were these, I think they're linen pants. They're like a perfect cream white khaki color. I want to see if I can maybe do like one of those TikTok transitions, you know? Was that cool? I can't tell. I won't know until after editing it. Plus the viewfinder is so far away. And also this isn't the top that I would wear with it. Let's see if we could do a mirror shot. Again, I don't know if these are showing up the way that I want them to, but they're so cute. They're like bringing me all of my linen pants summer dreams. Earlier this morning before going to brunch, I sat down and I wrote out all of my answers for my 2021 reading survey. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to choose a new top and film that video, which I'm so excited for. Survey videos are like my favorite type of videos to film and also my favorite type of videos to watch. This is what I was gonna update you on as well. I can finally enjoy this weekend because I am completely like done with report cards. Proofreading, re-putting them in, like everything, grades are completely done and I could not be happier. Welcome to my kitchen cabinet. That's where you are set right now. I'm making lunch. I have a salad that I really, really love. It's arugula and then these red onions, tomato, green pepper cucumber, and what else? Well, I need to actually chop the green pepper. I have, of course, made it unhealthy by getting the frozen like breaded chicken patties and then putting them in the air fryer, and then I'll sprinkle those on top, and I'll put feta on top of that, and then we'll have a delicious lunch. I'm listening to this really weird, I put on like a Tiny Desk, NPR's Tiny Desk. I put on like one of their curated playlists. I'm gonna be honest, I just put it on because I saw that the Lizzo Tiny Desk was on there. And now there's this band that's playing. I don't know what they're called. I can check in a second. They're singing a song where they keep on repeating the lyrics, "Socks are murder." So what's weird is that I don't hate it, and that I actually want to go check out who it is so that way I can like listen to more of their music. Oh my gosh, okay, I went to go check who this band was, and this is what I see. What? They have like puppet versions of themselves. What in the world? There it is. Fragile Rock, if you're interested. I really like this Tiny Desk. Here is what the final product looks like if you're interested. I'm also excited because I found this like sparkling flavored water at the grocery store when I was shopping. So I got a lemon lime flavored and then also just a plain lemon flavored, and I'm excited to try it out. Here, we can try it out together, shall we? Ooh. That is sweeter than I was expecting. It's giving like Sprite, and I thought that it was gonna give like LaCroix. I don't hate it though. Hello, welcome to my balcony. I thought that I would bring you out here. I know that it may be hard to tell, but it was just raining so hard, and now of course the sun is peeking out, and it's been like that all day, which I just feel like is very Manila weather. I ended up working from home today. I have been going into school, but for some reason last night I couldn't go to sleep. I had a very difficult time falling asleep, and when I woke up this morning I just couldn't envision myself like putting clothes on and then actually making the walk to school. So I was like, you know what, Caroline, you have the ability to work from home, which may be changing soon. I hope that it's changing soon, and we actually like have kids in the room. But like today I had the ability to work from home, and I was feeling really tired and I didn't feel like walking to school, so I was like, well, just take advantage of your ability to work from home. I don't know if I've mentioned, I'm like forgetting what I've mentioned in other videos and what I've mentioned in this video, but I'm reading this book right now, which the dust jacket is off. It's A Snake Falls to Earth by Darcy Little Badger, which I got this for Christmas. And I just had a feeling about this book, like one, just from the cover, and then two, listening to people's reviews. I just had like a feeling that I was going to love this and that it was going to be really special. And then I started it, and like 50 pages in, I was like, okay, don't get your hopes up, but like, this is really special. And now I only have, I know it's hard to tell, but I only have like 100 pages left, and I don't have any other way to say it. This book is just really special. I'm in shock and awe because it's very rare that I'll have a 5-star read so early in the year, but with only 100 pages left in this, I think this is gonna be a 5-star read. Okay, I know I look a little different, but it's the same day. I worked out, so that's why I look like this. I'm going to continue reading now. One thing that I wanted to say was that, remember when I was vlogging while in quarantine and I showed you how I would just like pace back and forth the length of my apartment? I have continued to do that even though I'm no longer in quarantine, because I've found that it really helps me focus when reading. I always knew that was like my preferred method when listening to audiobooks, but one of the reasons why I feel like my 2021 year of reading was just so bad was because every single time I sat down to physically read a book, I just felt like I couldn't maintain focus at all, and I couldn't ever like get gripped by a book. But by walking, and especially by pacing, when it's just like one solitary line back and forth and back and forth, I don't know, I feel like my focus is better than when I like sit or lay down. So I'm gonna pace a little bit and read more of this book.
That's what I say. I'm Caroline's friend.
There we go.
We're besties.
Yes, having fun.
Yeah,
delicious.
having fun.
Woo. Hey, so I just got back from dinner. Proof that I do live my life outside of my apartment and school. Every now and then. Does anyone else feel like they have a tendency to, when they're reading a book that they like really love, like procrastinate finishing it? Because I feel like that's definitely what's happening with this. I still have no clue how it's gonna wrap up. I'm going to take advantage of being home at a reasonable hour on a school night and also having already eaten dinner so I don't have to like make it for myself, and I am going to blast through the last 50 pages of this, even though I really don't want it to end. I have been loving lately doing these workouts from this YouTube channel called MadFit. She has like your typical style workouts. She also has all of these dance workouts, and she does a couple of different styles where she has like just one song where it'll be like a combo like dance moves and then like actual workout moves. I severely underestimated because I was like, okay, well, typical songs are only like 3 or 4 minutes long. Like, how hard can it be? It is so hard. I did one 3-minute one and I was done. Like, that was my workout. She also has these workouts that are still dance workouts, but they're more like an actual routine where there will be a bunch of songs kind of like strung together. And those are typically like 15 or 20 minutes long. They're still really hard, but it's just, they're not like quite as intense as like the 3 or 4 minute ones. So I'm gonna do a workout right now. Done. It is amazing what 15 minutes can do. I did the 90s dance party one and it ended with Spice Up Your Life, and my life is very spiced up right now. Hello once again from my kitchen cabinet. I feel like I need to tell this vlog that ever since finishing A Snake Falls to Earth, it's caused me to launch into my orange era. Like, I feel like I'm having an orange moment ever since having picked up this book. For so long, I feel like I've been living in a blue era, and what I mean by this is that just like everything in my life is some shade of blue, really more of like a turquoisey blue, and like it's something that I don't even realize. Like, my water bottle is blue. My backpack has lots of different shades of blue, turquoisey blue in it. These masks that I buy, like my go-to masks, are this like turquoisey blue-ish, deep green bluish. Even my dishes like are this turquoisey blue. Like the coffee mugs that I buy have some type of turquoise blue influence in them. It's not even something that I would say is like my favorite color even. It's just, for the past decade, everything that I am drawn to is some shade of turquoisey blue. But lately I feel like I'm entering into being attracted to this orange color. What's funny is I've noticed that some of my blue stuff is paired with like this orangey color. For example, my to-go coffee cup that I use is this like teal-y mint color blue, but then it has like those orangey coral flower accents. Color changing Starbucks cup that I drink my water out of, it has like blue and orange. I don't even know if anything that I just said makes any sense, but I'm really leaning in to this orange moment. And one of the ways that I am doing that is that today I am going to be baking a Clementine cake. I've just spent the last 2 hours simmering these oranges, and if I could somehow have you smell what my apartment smells like through the camera, like through this video, I would, because it smells so delicious. I'm gonna take you along and we can bake this Clementine cake together. Okay, these are done. Look how fun this color is. These are now going to chill in the refrigerator. So there's a couple of things that I don't have for this cake that I need to go to the grocery store for. So I am listening to my audiobook that I just started, like as I left my apartment, How the Word is Passed by Clint Smith. One of the things that I need is almond flour. So I don't know, like the grocery store I usually go to may not have that. So it may turn into like a grocery store extravaganza. We'll see. Most nerve-wracking part of baking, just putting it in the oven and praying that everything goes well. Okay, here it is. I was impatient and I was like, oh, great idea. I'll make like that powdered sugar, you know, like icing. And I think you're supposed to wait for the cake to be completely cool to dump it on it. But I am impatient. Look at that color. Lighting is not doing anyone or anything any favors, but I just want to document my first bite. Oh my gosh. That is orangey goodness. Happy February 1st. Happy Lunar New Year if you are celebrating. Since it is the beginning of February, that means that it's time to close out this month-long vlog. Well, like half a month-long vlog, I guess. I'm actually in the process of editing it right now, and I'm having actually a surprisingly fun time editing it. I'm realizing now that it gives me the opportunity to kind of reflect back and see how much can change in a month. For example, a lot of this vlog is me talking about teaching remotely or teaching online or working from home, and how much I like miss being with the kids. And tomorrow is going to be our first day back hybrid since we left school before winter break in December. I really hope that you all had a good time watching this. I know that it's kind of a deviation from my typical things that I post. I know that I included some book updates, but it's not like, this isn't a strictly book video like most of my videos usually are. Because of how much I loved like filming updates and then I'm enjoying the editing process, I really think I'm going to try and keep it up for the rest of the 11 months of 2022. So all that being said, I will see you again in February. Goodbye.